saw a very sad case yesterday, and I'm still very angry with the parents because this was something we tried to prevent. Honestly speaking, it was something we tried to prevent. This baby was delivered in our facility. Within 24 hours, we noticed this baby was jaundiced. We told the mother, oh, this baby is jaundiced. There will be need for us to commence phototherapy for this baby and run other investigations to figure out what is wrong with this baby. But the mother refused. The parents refused admission. They said no, they wanted to go home and then that they would keep using sunlight exposure. I counseled this mother again. I told her, this baby's eyes are yellow. There is need to start treatment immediately. Assuming this yellowish discoloration started after 24 hours, maybe we will not worry so much. But this just happened at birth. Like as you are giving birth to a child, within 24 hours, this child is having these symptoms. Let us investigate this child further. But the mother refused, and no medicine. We cannot force parents to do what they don't want, or we cannot force our patients to do. We only advise them. At the end, they are the ones that will give us the consent to do whatever we want to do. All right, so this woman signed the leave against medical advice form and left. Only for her to come back yesterday, but her baby was already a week plus. Came back with fever, severe yellowness, that's jaundice, then irritability and high-pitched cry. This alone is already giving us symptoms of bilirubin encephalopathy. This woman came back as an emergency. We looked at this child. This child was already very bad. We ran several investigations. We did the serum bilirubin level and it was markedly elevated, I looked at this mother. I just did not even know what to say because this baby was already having encephalopathy. This baby was already having kernicterus. That is what we call bilirubin encephalopathy. When the bilirubin has crossed the blood-brain barrier, because that is one thing with bilirubin. The reason why we see it as something very serious is because that particular bilirubin can cross the blood-brain barrier to cause brain damage. And that was how it has happened in this case. It has crossed the brain and it has caused damage, which is what is causing this child to come down with these symptoms. I'm telling you, this child came in very bad. And I was angry because this was what we tried to avoid when we spoke to the mother. So today I will tell you a little bit about bilirubin encephalopathy. Now, first thing I want to mention to you people is that bilirubin is what causes the jaundice we see in children. Generally, jaundice, bilirubin, when the bilirubin level is very high, that is what causes it. Now, assuming we have two types of hyperbilirubinemia, that is two types of jaundice. We have the physiologic jaundice and we have the pathologic jaundice. The physiologic jaundice is the jaundice that occurs after 24 hours of life because of the fact that the livers are not so developed, so it's finding it difficult conjugating bilirubin. That is what causes the bilirubin that would become high, and then you see it in the eyes, yellowish discoloration of the eyes and the skin. Then also, aside that, it can also be from dehydration when the child is not taking enough food or whatever. This can also lead to jaundice. This is the type that people would actually expose their children to sunlight and everything will clear up. Why? Because most times the values are not so markedly elevated. There are other criteria for physiologic jaundice whereby you also do the serum bilirubin level, but I don't want to go into that area now. I'm just talking about the area that is something you can easily understand and relate with. Now, pathologic jaundice, on the other hand, is a jaundice that starts within 24 hours of life. I repeat, within 24 hours of life, meaning that immediately you gave birth to that child, before 24 hours has elapsed, that child's eyes are started becoming yellow. Now, this can be due to incompatibilities like APO incompatibility, rhesus incompatibility, GCSPD deficiency, and so many other things that might be going on, even biliary issues. So there is need to investigate once we notice that there is a pathologic jaundice, because if you don't handle what is causing that jaundice, it will keep occurring. So your exposure to sunlight is not going to do much, because when you expose to sunlight, it only clears up and reduces the level, but you are not handling what is increasing the level. So after you've cleared it up, it will produce more, and it just keeps happening. And the fear now is that once bilirubin is elevated in the blood, it can cross the blood-brain barrier, and that is what every doctor is scared about. It is what every doctor is scared about. Once it has crossed that barrier and has entered the brain, the prognosis is very bad. It's very, very bad, because even if that child finally comes out of that coma or comes out of that condition, that child is already brain damaged. That child will come down with cerebral palsy. So I looked at this mother and I just did not even know what to say, because I just told her the truth that yes, you actually presented late this time around, and your baby is having severe brain damage. The baby was having severe brain damage. You could hear the high-pitched cry. You could see the position of the child. Like, no. Please, parents, learn to trust your doctors. When your doctor tells you, oh, there is need for admission, it is for your own good. I'm not sure any doctor, if we had the opportunity to reject admission, we'll just reject admission and decide to rest. Because if we admit you and you refuse to be admitted, it's our own gain, because we are free. We don't have anything to worry about. But when a doctor insists that there is need for admission, there is actually need for it. After we admitted a child, we ran the bilirubin level and it was very elevated. We commenced phototherapy immediately, and also started the child on exchange blood transfusion because of how high the level was. So it was already level of EBT. So we started the child on exchange blood transfusion. So, but I know that at the end, this won't really do much, because once there is a brain damage, there is a brain damage. That's just the truth, and that is what cerebral palsy is all about. One of these days, I'm going to make a video on cerebral palsy so you will understand better what cerebral palsy is all about. So, but based on this, I told the woman that the prognosis is very, very bad. So please, I hope you can learn from this video and share this video to anybody you feel needs to learn from this, especially mothers you have on your contacts. Share this video to them so that they would learn and know what to do. Once you see that your baby is jaundiced, please come down to the hospital. I hope you've learned from this video. Do have a nice day. Bye.